I wonder if anybody will say anything if they see my car parked out in front of the very first gay bar in Long Beach. Hey, whatever, man. Live your life. So let's talk about video production for just 1 second. Some days I am 100% completely on point with video and it's great. Then there are other times when I'm not, and that was today. Okay, well technically it was yesterday, but today's video, you get what I'm saying. I had all these grand plans to share a video with you about things that are happening in my city, which I will still share at another date. But things happened yesterday that were a little bit part my control, part out of my control, and it really disrupted my whole day. When I went back over my footage of the video that I shot, it was all over the place and not great. I came back home, got my stuff collected, got my mind straight, and tried to figure out what I wanted to talk about because the video that I wanted to talk about, I couldn't. So now what? Well, now you get this. So let's talk for a second about this, about what just happened there with the tape. Not much. The thing is that when you're gonna do that masking thing, and this is something that I'm learning, right? And obviously, still learning it, just getting started with this idea. But if you're gonna do the masking, it's a good idea to change your palette. Because the stuff underneath, it looks too much like the stuff on top. And there's not enough contrast. I mean, I do like that there's these sharp edges. That's kind of cool. But like here or up here, I mean, this is probably the most unique, or that up there, or this maybe. For the most part, it's all the same color palette, which is, it's not really helping. Well, that means that now I have to go and figure out what to do with this to make it more contrasty. That means more tape. These are all trial and errors. We just keep pushing forward. My work relies on layers on top of layers on top of layers. Unfortunately, sometimes some of the things that are really cool get lost after a while because they get covered up, but they're in there and I know it. And if you're watching these videos, then you know it. And so it's kind of like our little secret. See, the thing is, I'm kind of at a loss today of what to share. And I know that doesn't make for great video, right? But I'm at a loss today for this because of the disruption that I had earlier. I've got this grand plan of going to see all these pieces of art across the city, and then all of a sudden something happens to throw a wrench in that whole plan. I have to go pick up my son from day camp, and he got into a fight and got punched in the nose, and you know, all things being said and done, he was doing it to stand up for his friends, so I'm happy and stoked for him, and I love him for that. I don't want him to get in fights, of course, but you know, if you're gonna get into a fight, at least do it for something worthwhile, like sticking up for your buddies. But because that whole thing happened, I was scrambling for something to talk about. Because I'm like, okay, well, now what? Now I've got this short window of opportunity, and you know, I guess that's a metaphor for some of the things that we do in our life. We have wrenches thrown into the system, and we've got to make do. We've got to figure out what to do next, and we've got to make, short, snap judgment deadline decisions. And yeah, that's where we're at. So, paint a little, have a little bit of discovery, and kind of explore things and make the most out of a day that didn't go as well as we anticipated. Okay, so that's what I have this time. Next time, we're going to talk about art, street art, Long Beach, all the things that are dear and precious to me in this city that are happening right now. And I'm going to talk about this whole Powwow Long Beach event, which you should go check them out on Instagram because they're doing great work there. But I will talk about more of that in the next video. Sorry I didn't get out this time, but we'll make up for it. You should subscribe, because that way you don't miss it. Do that. Thanks for hanging tough. I'll see you guys next time.